guys, I just wanted to do a quick vlog to introduce myself, let you know what I'm doing on YouTube. I have type 1 diabetes. I was diagnosed when I was 3 years old. I'm now 20. And I intend to vlog about my experiences with it, partly to help myself out so I can look back and learn from the mistakes and the successes, but also to support anyone else who has type 1 diabetes, and to get some conversations going, and just to have some mutual support there, because there aren't really a lot of support networks for people with type 1 diabetes, particularly where I live. So it'd be really great to get in touch with other people who have it and see how you guys get on, what your problems are, how good your control is, what you find works for you, what you find doesn't work. So I just wanted to get it started. So I'll just give you a bit of history about me and my diabetes. So I was diagnosed at 3, and when I was young, my blood sugar control and my A1C were really good because my parents were doing it for me. They handled everything. They did the carb counting, they did the injections, they made sure I had the exact same routine every day. So my control was great then, and I was a model patient when I was younger because my parents were so good with it. But then when I started high school, I had to start taking control of it for myself, and it's a pretty rubbish time to be doing that. I just wanted to fit in. I didn't want to be different to everybody else. I didn't want to be constantly checking my blood sugars, thinking about what I'm eating, how much I'm eating, how much insulin I need, going away to take injections. So it did really took a back burner, and my control went downhill then. It wasn't terrible, but it really wasn't very good. It was like that for a good few years until I'd been to college and fed myself on more of an even keel. So about 3 years ago, I decided, right, I really need to get cracked on with this because this is my health and it could really prolong my life if I get my control better. So I decided to start working on it again. So I was working really hard, did get my A1C and my blood sugars down, was feeling better, but my A1C got down to 8.3 and it just stuck there. It didn't matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't get it down any further. So about a year ago, after a couple of years of trying and not really getting too far, about a year ago I was offered an insulin pump. Now I live in Scotland, so I get NHS healthcare, so I guess I maybe got a pump a bit later than some people would in other areas, well, particularly in America, where I think healthcare is probably better because it's private. But the NHS is free, so I'm not complaining. So I got my insulin pump about a year ago, and it took a lot of adjusting. I found it quite difficult to adjust because for as long as I could remember, I was taking injections and thinking about things in a certain way around taking injections. Once you have an injection, that's it, you can't take the insulin out. Whereas on the pump, the insulin is going in constantly, so at any point you can stop it. I found it really weird that I wasn't having to snack constantly to keep my blood sugars up. There was all sorts of things like that I found really strange, because I'd spent my entire life doing it one way and I was now starting from scratch and thinking about things completely differently, learning new habits and techniques. But I did get settled on it quite quickly. My A1C came down within the first 3 months, and then December last year it was 7.1. And the NHS in Scotland want it to be under 7.4 from the point of view of limiting complications from diabetes. So 7.1 was great. I was over the moon. It hadn't been like that for years, not since my parents had been taking care of it. So I was really pleased, really proud of myself for getting it there, and I was feeling a lot better. I was just at the clinic a few weeks ago and had my A1C checked, and it was 7.4, so it was up slightly, but I was fully expecting it to be, because the last few months I've been a bit more stressed. I've moved house, I've had stress at work, and a combination of stress making my blood sugars higher and not having so much time and energy to focus on it has meant that obviously it's taken a back burner again. But now I've kind of settled out a bit more now, and I really want to get cracked on with it again because the hard work was really paying off, and I need to keep putting in the hard work to get my UNC down further. I would like to get it under 7 and keep it under 7. So that's my goal for the next couple of years. If I can get it under 7 in the next year and then keep it there, I would be really pleased. I mean, that's my ideal. I know that there are some health professionals would prefer it to be lower than that still, but I think for me, realistically, under 7 is good. It's a good number, and it's practical. I can still live daily life fairly normally. So that's what I plan to achieve, and I just wanted to do some vlogs and share my experiences. There are a huge number of things with diabetes that a lot of people don't even think about, things that can bother you, advantages that it can have, but how hard it can be. I mean, it's constant, every day, all day, it's in the back of your head, you're always thinking about it. And I think only really other diabetics can understand that. It's constantly there, and you're constantly having to think about it. Your insulin requirements change all the time, your activity levels change, your hormone levels change. There are so many things affect it. You can get your blood sugar spot on one day, and then the next day it's all over the place again because something has very slightly changed. It might not even be something that you can pinpoint yourself. So I just wanted to share that and hopefully find other people who want to share their experiences. So that's about it for the moment. I'll just leave it at that just now, and I will update soon, let you guys know how I'm getting on. I really plan to, in the next week or so, properly start thinking about my basals and my blood sugars and what I need to do to get them down again. So I will update you very soon. If anybody has any questions or wants to have a chat or has any comments or video requests, just let me know. So hopefully I'll speak to some of you soon, and I'll update before too long. Bye.